Hello, everybody, and welcome to the ET Considers Everything podcast for Thursday, August 4th, 2016. On this edition, I'll be taking a look at NFL training camp news, be taking a look at NBA contract news, that's very important. Also, be taking a look at some MLB injury news, and I'll be taking a look at some soccer news as well. So let's get going with this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. First, we'll start off with the NFL headlines. Tyrone Mathieu has signed a 5-year, $62.5 million contract with the Arizona Cardinals. This makes him one of the top paid safeties in the NFL. This is really deserved. The Honey Badger is really one of the best players in the NFL, and he has earned this money. So, great job for him and a great job for the Arizona Cardinals getting that deal done. Last night, Navarro Bowman agreed to a 4-year, $44 million contract extension with the San Francisco 49ers. As many of you remember, he tore his ACL in the NFC Championship game in 2014 against the Seattle Seahawks, but has still remained a top presence on the defensive side of the field in the NFL. So it's going to be very fun to see how that move affects the 49ers. They're also in a quarterback battle with Colin Kaepernick and Blaine Gabbert. It's going to be fun to see how that quarterback battle goes. MLB news to report on. Clayton Kershaw has been moved from the 15-day DL to the 60-day DL with his injury, his back injury. It's very sad news for the LA Dodgers, but he is scheduled to return at the earliest at the end of August, so there's still light at the end of the tunnel for the LA Dodgers. There's a good chance that he could return by the end of the season before the postseason starts. But they're going to have to get in postseason position first. Currently, they're one game outside of the wild card standings in the NL. So it's going to be fun to see how this injury affects the LA Dodgers and how they will come back from this injury with the other starters on the staff. Also, we had news of Yoenis Cespedes going on the disabled list. He has had a career season so far, batting .297 with 22 home runs and 57 RBIs. This has been a great year for him so far with the New York Mets. Tough blow for the New York Mets, but they can overcome this injury now with the signing of Jay Bruce and the trade that they got from the Cincinnati Reds. It's going to be fun to see how Jay Bruce does in New York with all the spotlight on him now after getting traded from the Cincinnati Reds. NBA news to report on this morning. We have Russell Westbrook signing a 3-year contract extension with the Oklahoma City Thunder. It is for 3 years and $85 million with a third-year player option. This makes him the third highest paid player in the league behind Mike Conley and James Harden. So great deal there for for Russell Westbrook. Should be interesting to see how this deal affects other deals moving forward with the max contract being offered to Russell Westbrook. Also, Derrick Fisher is looking to return to the NBA as a player and not as a head coach. He's exploring options either in the NBA or in China to return to the basketball court as a player. But he last played in the NBA in the 2013-2014 season with the Oklahoma City Thunder, playing in 51 games. So court rust could be a factor in play there, but we'll have to wait and see if he'll get an offer. More than likely, I believe if he does go to play, he'll play in China. Soccer news to report on this morning. We had 3 International Champions Cup games that took place yesterday. We had Barcelona defeating Leicester City 4-2. Real Madrid defeated Bayern Munich 1-0. And Chelsea defeated AC Milan last night by a score of 3-1. Also, we had women's Olympic soccer getting underway last night. The United States women's national team defeated New Zealand by a score of 2-0. We also have Germany defeating Zimbabwe 6-1. And we had Team Canada defeating Australia 2-0. So 3 of the big tournament favorites are underway in the soccer tournament in the women's division. So it's going to be fun to see how the women's Olympic soccer tournament goes. Golf news to report on this morning. Nike announced yesterday that they will no longer be making equipment. Equipment include golf clubs, balls, gloves, and all that good stuff. But they still will be making Nike apparel and Nike shoes for the players if they wish to continue to wear Nike apparel. It's going to be interesting to see how this move affects two of the top players. Tiger Woods has been with Nike his entire career, and Rory McIlroy has also been with Nike for the majority of his career. So it could affect them in big time ways, but Bridgestone has announced that they will welcome in any Nike player that they would want to come to their team. So it could be that Rory McIlroy goes to Bridgestone, and I believe Tiger will probably go to Titleist. He had a Scotty Cameron putter early on in his career that he used that meant the world to him, and he used it for about 15 years before switching to a Nike putter. So I think that he'll go to Titleist, but we'll just have to wait and see on those developments. Lastly, tennis news this morning. Andy Murray will be the flag bearer for Great Britain in the opening ceremonies of the Rio de Janeiro Olympics tomorrow from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Coverage of that will begin at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on NBC, and it's going to be fun to see how the opening ceremonies go. There's many concerns of the Zika virus there in Brazil, but it's going to be a very fun Olympics this year. Anytime it's an Olympic year, it's a great time. So I look forward to seeing how everything goes there, no doubt. And with that, that's going to do it for this edition of the ET Considers Everything podcast for Thursday, August 4th, 2016. If y'all don't mind, like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and as always, I'll keep you posted on sports news as I get them across my tablet. For now, this is ET Eric Tyler Mullins reporting from Pound, Virginia. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you very much for watching and subscribing to the YouTube channel. Later.